Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. This is Let's Play Higurashi. You mean Oryu gave the order? I wonder what Rena-san did. Will she have to peel off her own fingernails? I hope Oryu goes easy on her. Poor girl. Rena hasn't come home yet. No. Heard that Rena ran away from home and that she's hiding somewhere. Hiding somewhere? What do you mean? Also, I just got this information. It seems the police are looking for her. But what? An unmarked patrol car is watching her house right now. It seems like there are several patrol cars looking for her in the village. Uncle Kimiyoshi received a call from the police too. He was told to use the town network to find out if anybody knows where she is. Do you think they found the corpses we hid? We hid them deep in the mountains. They couldn't have found them that easily. No, it's 100% impossible. I guarantee you that. Wow, how can you be so sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I let the Sonozaki family take care of them. They moved the bags to a secret place. Secret place? Calm down. Don't worry about it. I heard that there's a major logging project happening this summer on the mountain where we hid the corpses. So I arranged help and took care of it. I see. You are a very reliable person when you're on my side, but you'd be a very scary person to have as an enemy. Hehehe. I recommend you never underestimate me. So, that's not the corpses they're after. Then why are the police trying to find her? I don't know. But it seems that many gang members knew that Teppei Hojo and Rina Mamiya were trying to blackmail the Ryugu family, so that might be the reason why the police are after Rena. I don't think they consider her a suspect yet, but they probably want her as a material witness. That's the same thing. Damn it. Rena finally regained her peaceful life. I'm not going to let them ruin it. Mion, we need her to help her. Of course. I already told my family in Okonomiya to find her before the police can. You can trust the Sonozaki family. They can protect her from the police 120%. Guaranteed. But just finding her first isn't going to solve the problem. We have to do something to clear her of suspicion. I'll think about that after we found her. We can make as many alibis as she needs, and as many witnesses for the alibis as necessary. We have very good lawyers too. We'll never abandon our friends when they're in trouble. That's right. We can save Rena. Damn it. I wish I could do more than depend on you, Mion. Well, don't worry about it. It's okay to let someone else handle the situation when that person is better at it. This old man will take care of everything. Also, I'll create an alibi to fool the cops watching the whole village. We'll say Rena was spotted near Gogura. The wider the search area, the fewer policemen in one area. I see, that's a great idea. This is like nothing to us. We did more during the dam conflict. I'll protect Rena. And Kei-chan, Rena trusts you more than anybody, so she might come to you. If she does, please protect her. And give me a call right away. Yeah, will do. Rena's a strong girl. She should be fine. She can overcome this. Yeah, I think so too. I hesitated to say something. Rena hadn't been her normal self lately. If she was her normal self, I'd have no doubt that she could have overcome this. But Rena is deeply convinced that Takano-san's delusions are true. Rena believes the Sonozaki family is behind the conspiracy. I'm not sure she'd trust the Sonozaki family to protect her. Don't worry, I'm her friend too. She'll understand once I sit down and talk to her. Just like Kei-chan and I cleared up our misunderstanding. I can do that with her. I still can't believe that you believe such a crazy story, though. Well, I can't believe I did either. This is going to be the most embarrassing thing to ever happen in my life. I really was deeply convinced until I talked to Mion. Even after that promise of friendship we made, I doubted her. Takano-san was endowed with magic, and I think the scrapbooks she wrote also carried a spell. The scrapbooks can make people go mad. They're forbidden scrapbooks. Nobody was supposed to read them. Ren is captivated by the power of that magic, even after Takano-san's death. I have to wake her up. I've got a very bad feeling about it. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone is at the door. It might be the police. I have to go now. Okay. I'll tell them that Rena is hiding near Gogura. If they ask you something, just keep telling them you don't know anything. Okay, got it. Mion waited for my answer, then hung up the phone. After she hung up, I slowly started feeling Rena was being consumed by some huge, unthinkable fate. It's not only the police I'm worried about. I'm also worried because Rena is ensnared by the power of Takano-san's magic. I fear that she might be suffering from incredible anxiety. Oh right, Rena might be hiding at her secret base in the garbage dump. Rena once told me that she used to spend time there when Mina-san was at her house, and she told me that she hid the scrapbooks there too. If she's hiding there, she must be hungry by now. I should bring her something to eat. I went to the kitchen to look for some junk food. Didn't somebody just knock at the door? My mother looked confused. Mom, I'm going to go somewhere, but I'll be right back. At this time? It's late. It's very important. I promise I'll be right back. And if Rena comes here while I'm gone, let her stay in my room. And if someone calls and asks you if you know where she is, just tell them you don't know and hang up, okay? My mom looked very angry that I was leaving the house at so late an hour, but I rushed out of the house before she could say anything. I grabbed a flashlight from the wall of the garage, got on my bicycle, and sped off into the darkness. The moon looked beautiful, but in a creepy way. I feel like something terrible is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. Something is going to happen. The moon seemingly knowing just what that something will be, looked like it was laughing at us, pacing back and forth in confusion. Damn it. Laugh all you want. Laugh at this funny story as much as you want. I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to fight. I'm going to smash through whatever fate is waiting for us. Red, I hope you're there. Maybe my bicycle needs some oil? It was making a lousy noise as I pedaled. Damn it, even my bicycle is laughing at us. The others. Village of the Body Snatchers realized how deep the conspiracy really goes. I finished talking to Oishi on the phone and soon left the phone booth. I realized something and a chill ran through my body. I was in a phone booth that stood out tremendously in the dark. Somebody must have seen me. I was certain. I was being watched. I saw glowing eyes staring at me in the dark. It wasn't human. It wasn't an illusion, no. I knew who they were. They were the ones controlling the three families who ruled Hanamizawa. Its eye level was too low for it to be human, and its outline was vague. I knew from past records that they were physically frail. The silhouette, which indicated its inhuman appearance, was unbelievably unrealistic, especially its protruding head. One of the scrapbooks I received from Mio-san described their appearance in detail. Their eyeballs were pure red like blood, and their bodies smelled like ammonia, even though some of them have at times been captured around the world. All of them melted or disappeared, leaving no trace behind. The only traces remaining are the marks proving their descent to Earth. Right then, the impossible, unrealistic silhouette took a step closer, and got closer and closer towards me, making a realistic noise as it crunched across the gravel. The noise pulled me back to reality. Don't come closer, you monster. It kept walking towards me. It sounded like it was kicking pebbles everywhere as it walked. It was coming closer and closer. I was scared, so I said the same thing once again. This time, the glass door of the phone booth I was just in started to rattle and shake. Bang. It made some weird noise of being struck by something. I screamed loudly in fear and started running. I ran so hard that it felt like my lungs were about to explode, and then I looked back. to find that the thing was no longer chasing me. Was it my imagination? There's no way it was just my imagination. I definitely heard the sound of the gravel being kicked and the phone booth rattling. But I needed to calm down. Right then I needed to make my heart stop beating so fast. I'd have to fight them eventually. The next time they appeared, I was going to strike back at them. I was going to squash their heads with my big hatchet. I'd protect Hinamizawa. It was my duty to do so. I wouldn't allow them to do whatever they wanted. I saw the lights flickering in my head again. Even if I turned on the light in my hideout, nobody would see it, because the piles of the abandoned cars were in the way. While I'm aware of that, I decided not to turn it on, just in case. It's a bit scary to hide in this quiet place alone in the dark, holding my breath. I'd have to keep myself busy with something. But my brain won't work properly, and I don't even have the energy to think about what to do from now on. However, I don't have the courage to lie down and sleep. I didn't regain my strength either. Every time I heard or thought I heard a suspicious sound. I'd gasp and stare into the dark. That's all I did at all night. Oishi believes the Sonozaki family was behind the conspiracy, but he can't do much without solid evidence. For that, he has to locate the facility where they're doing the research on the parasite, but we have no idea where it is. I think the Irie Clinic is still the most likely site, but I have no credible evidence. Really, I don't think they'd do their research in a place so obvious even I could guess it. They might be using one of the old bomb shelters that was built during the war as some kind of secret underground research center. Now that I come to think about it, I remember a secret building nobody is allowed into on the premises of the Furude Shrine. I think it's called the Ritual Storehouse. According to Mio-san's research, the Furude Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyoshiro-sama. The priest keeps the tools for ceremonies in the Ritual Storehouse. One of the ceremonies is a bizarre festival Tanagashi, and so the shrine storage must be something very sacred. If I remember right, Watanagashi was also a medical ritual designed to vaccinate and immunize people against the all-too-strong parasites. That means the tools they used for Tanagashi were medical ones. If my guess is right, the Ritual Storehouse is the most sacred place in the village, as well as the most appropriate building to use for medical purposes. It's suspicious. There might be a secret research center in the Ritual Storehouse. Oh, damn it, the police should be performing a raid on the Ritual Storehouse, not the Irie Clinic. Why didn't I think of that when I was talking to Oishi-san on the phone earlier? I hope Oishi realizes this too. Should I go back to the phone booth and tell him about the Ritual Storehouse? But when I thought about that, I heard a car coming closer. I held my breath. It's not normal for a car to come to here this late at night. I thought about many possible scary scenarios, which made me nervous. After a while, I saw the headlights of the car near the former dam construction office. The car must have passed by me and gone to the office. But it's a deserted, empty office building. There's nothing there. It's not a place where people would visit this late at night. While I was staring into the dark, the engine of the car stopped, and its headlights were turned off. I could see 2 flashlights flickering in the darkness. The lights moved into the office building. They must think I'm hiding there. I held my breath and kept watch on their movements. I can't tell who they are, but I bet they're pawns of the Sonozaki family. They know that I ran away from home. They must be looking for me everywhere in the village. Though I needed to conceal my breath, my face started feeling itchy, and I had an urge to stretch my legs. My own body infuriated me. The humidity made me sweat all over, so the back of my knees and neck had been itchy for quite a while. Scratching would make an unbelievably loud noise, so I decided not to scratch any more. It usually doesn't make any noise when I just scratch some mosquito bites. I'm probably just being nervous and overreacting. There's quite the distance between me and them, and I'm in the dark holding my breath. They wouldn't notice me even if I sneezed, let alone scratched myself, but I didn't want to make any noise at all, so I tried to forget the itchiness, but after all that I ended up scratching everywhere like mad. I have to live in hiding like this for a while. I don't know how long I can go on when I'm so nervous on just the first night. I need to toughen up more so I can remain placid, even in a situation like this. I forced myself to relax, scratched my neck without hesitation, and tried to cope with the sticky sweat all over my body. I started getting hungry. My stomach growled. That's a good sign, though, since it means I'm starting to relax. I can't eat yet, though. It'd make a lot of noise. I decided to wait until they finished looking for me and went away. Go away, go away. I can eat if you go away. It seemed like the intentions I was sending out bore fruit. They had stopped looking around the building. However, I must have concentrated my thoughts too strongly. They were pointing their flashlights in my direction. Did they notice me? No. Not only that, they're walking towards me. I made my body as small as possible, hid under the blanket and listened for their footsteps as carefully as I could. All the while I heard their footsteps coming closer and closer. Since the footsteps are coming straight towards me, they must already know where I am, I think. It's scary, but there's no way they already know where I am. If they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time looking for me around the office building, and they wouldn't walk as slowly as they did. It's just a coincidence that they're walking in this direction. Since I'm hiding under the blanket, I can't see who they are. I don't know where they're shining their flashlights, so I can't stick my head out from the window to see who they are either. I just have to stay motionless like a rock until I sense they're gone. They stopped when they came near my hideout. I could hear their conversation. I don't think she's here. Let's look somewhere else. You look over there. I could tell by the sound of the footsteps that they went separate ways, and that each of them is walking around the piles of trash separately. I made this hideout of an abandoned car. I just redecorated it. So on the outside it still looks nothing more than an abandoned car. But once you look inside, you can instantly tell it's more than that. So if they look inside, I'm done for. It's obvious that they're looking for me. Are they a Sonozaki Corps attack unit? If they find me, I'll be killed for sure. I know all too well that this place is perfect for murdering people. I killed 2 people here myself. If I can do it, it'll be no problem for them because they're real professional killers. Even so, there's nothing I can do right now. I just have to pray that they'll leave here soon. At that time, I heard a slight beeping sound. This is Atsushi. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Gogura? Yes. Understood. What's wrong? It seems like Rena Ryugu is in Gogura. Somebody saw her there. Oh man, that's it. We'll never find her now. What are we going to do now? It's an order. We have to find her no matter what. We have to bring her to him. It doesn't matter if she's in Sabrak. We have to find her. It'll be impossible to find her, though. Do we still have to look? Rena Ryugu has Mio Takano's scrapbooks, and he wants them. He was pretty upset about it, so I'm sure they're worth a lot. So what are we going to do? It seems like you recalled the others, except the ones who are watching our house. So we should go back to the office too. Let's have some barley tea or something. I heard their footsteps going further, and then I didn't hear them anymore. After a while I heard the engine of the car starting. I finally got out from under the blanket and looked outside the window. The car made a U-turn and drove away. The sound of the engine faded away into the darkness. I heaved a sigh of relief. I scratched all of my itchy mosquito bites, wiped the sticky sweat off my face and neck, and finally allowed myself to cough. I had heard their conversation clearly. They're the pawns of the Sonozaki Corps. No, without a doubt. It matches what the Oishi told me, and they said something very important. They clearly said they're after the scrapbooks. Up until now, I'd only assumed they were chasing me because they had Mio-san's scrapbooks. I could have forced myself to believe it's just my assumption, but they said it loud and clear. We need to find Rena Ryugu. She has Mio Takano's scrapbooks. That's what they said. They also said they're keeping watch on my house. I'm not surprised. That's exactly what I would do if I were them. I can't go back to my house anymore. It's out of the question. But in fact, they said something way more important than any of that. They said Rena Ryugu was seen in Gogura. They already made a clone of me. Damn aliens. If I was in a normal situation, I'd probably think that somebody saw a look-alike and I'd laugh out loud. But the situation is different now. Mio-san was dead, but she was at the festival. I'm here, but I was in Gogora. Mio-san wrote about it in her scrapbooks, and I didn't want to believe it. They're coming closer to me, and I don't mean the Sonozaki family. And it's kind of like in Game 3 after we killed Teppei. There was another me that was at the festival, while I was, peanut butter jelly time. Something beyond common sense is about to happen. Should I fight or should I run? I don't even know what I should do. I feel like I'm rooted to the spot with fear. Am I about to be eaten? No. I don't want to be eaten alive. I want to run away if I can't win. If I can't run, I want to fight. I'm going to be happy. I know I am. I'm not going to sit pretty and let them get me. But the enemy Mio-san foretold of me in the scrapbooks is coming closer to me. It's starting to eat me up. I'm in the garbage dump alone. If I disappeared right now without anybody knowing it, the person who was in Gogoro would replace me and start living my life. Nobody would notice the change. My father would notice, my friends would notice. It would replace me without having anyone noticed it. Wait. Many people close to me might have been replaced already. That's right. The Sonozaki family is plotting bioterrorism, but that's only part of what they are planning. Mice possessed by them don't get scared of cats. As a result, they don't run away. They'll be eaten by the cats, and they can move into the cats' bodies. Mice are only used by them for that purpose. It's not they lose the fear of cats in order to help them achieve their purpose. The same thing goes to the Sonozaki family. They think that they're doing things with their own will, but they're just helping them without realizing it. That's exactly how they lived since long ago, being the parasite. We're nothing but a bunch of mice to them. Most mice are stupid. They don't even notice their existence. They help them to achieve their purpose, thinking they're living their lives by their own will. But very rarely a mouse with wits is born. This mouse notices that he's being used, and he also notices their existence, but nobody believes him, so it's not a big deal. He starts thinking that it was his mistake, and he gets swallowed by them. Eventually he disappears. But even more rarely a mouse appears from nowhere, notices their presence, and objectively proves it. That mouse is Mio-san. To them, this mouse is a rare and very dangerous existence. That's why they resort to unbelievable, bold, and violent methods to try and eliminate that mouse when it appeared. But surprisingly, we knew about those measures. But the stupid mice didn't believe. They don't notice that there'd be a force in them not to believe it, and they're helping them in the end. They killed Mio-san. And they tried to replace her. But they made a mistake. We found the real corpse of Mio-san. That's why they failed to replace her. They'll try to kill me and replace me too. Or they'll replace my friends in order to get close to me. They'll just look like real people, but they're totally different inside their abnormal existence that's beyond our imagination. I know they'll appear. No, they're already here. It appeared the day after Mio-san died, and it appeared in Gogoro tonight. They'll keep coming. They're openly after me now. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. Right then I heard somebody coming down the slope. I concealed my presence again, and I looked the direction where the footsteps are coming from. I could see one flashlight. It looked like there was only one person now. Who is it? This late at night. Its shadow is very small. I can tell it isn't an adult. I felt a chill running through my body. It shined the flashlight toward my hideouts, and its footsteps are coming straight towards me. It's different than the other guys are. I can tell by the sound of the footsteps that it knows I'm hiding here for sure. No, it must be just a coincidence. I should just conceal myself again. I can make it through this again. I made it through last time. I need to hide. I need to hide. I pulled the blanket over myself and made myself as small as possible. I kept telling myself that I was a stone, but the footsteps kept getting closer and closer, and it knocked on the door of my hideout. I opened my eyes wide. I broke out in a nervous sweat. Not wanting to believe that the sound I heard was a knock, my mind went completely blank. But it knocked on the door again. I could feel a light shining on the blanket. It might be shining the flashlight at me. But I still held back my fear. As long as I don't move, it can't put a finger on me. I kept telling myself that. As if I was casting a spell, I tried not to shake in fear. Hee hee hee. It laughed. It has laughed at me because I thought I was still hiding perfectly, but I still tried, because if I got out of the blanket... What are you scared of? Hee hee? Woo! I threw off the blanket. Wah! Threw off the blanket and saw the owner of the voice. It is Rika-chan.